evidence that a tsunami would make it across the Pacific. But if tsunami waves do reach the state of Hawaii, the estimated impact of the first wave is 2:59 in the morning, Friday morning. So I believe that would be Hawaii Standard Time. So early in the morning our time as well.
There are some reports also crossing now that Japanese companies, including Toyota, are currently assessing the damage after this earthquake. Toyota is the world's largest car maker. It says it's looking at its plants throughout the country to see exactly what kind of damage they've sustained, and also to see if they have sustained some damage in terms of the tsunami as well.
Let's bring in Jeff Ranieri, Chief Meteorologist Jeff Ranieri, who's been on track, who's been keeping us on top of things such as tsunami warnings and aftershocks and the like in this, giving us some of the important details. Jeff?
And I'll just give you that update, as I have been doing. The latest earthquake happening right now, 69 miles to the east of Tokyo. That, again, in the past half hour. If we take my map, so, a little bit away from this video, what you're going to be able to see is there has been not only that 8.9, which happened about an hour and a half ago, but at least 6 other very strong earthquakes also occurring. So it's not just one tsunami that we're looking at, but possibly several areas along the coastline that have been inundated by walls of water at this point. We have seen the video, what looks to be like, some major flash flooding occurring along the coastline from this catastrophic flooding that was all set off by that 8.9 quake, which in some reports lasted in upwards of 2 minutes long. Now, I did take a look here at some of the strongest earthquakes that have happened since 1900 to put it all into perspective. And if this, goes down as this 8.9, it would make it the 5th strongest earthquake in history. And obviously, as the video that we have been seeing certainly does, correlate to the size and the strength of the earthquake. Now, as far as Hawaii goes, there is a tsunami watch there. That is going to probably stay in place for about the next 6 to 8 hours. The first possible impact you can see in the Pacific time zone here, at least we're going to do the time translation for you, would be about 12:59 a.m. And the thing that, everybody needs to remember here, not that we want to put panic or fear in anyone that lives in Hawaii or has relatives there, is that when a tsunami occurs, you can have the tsunami wave approaching the coastline miles offshore. Doesn't look like much. That's because the ocean water is a lot deeper. That energy is stored a lot deeper and in a lot more length across the ocean span. But as that energy gets closer to the ocean, what everyone experienced here was that quick rise in water that goes up 20, 30, even 40 feet in some cases and produces the catastrophic damage like that. So this is, of course, the main danger when you get tsunamis. It's not a large wave you can see coming, 20 miles offshore. It's usually quick, oncoming, and disastrous, as we're seeing not only in one spot here across northern Japan, but several different areas along the coastline, not only Sendai, but we also heard earlier reports of Tsunami and also Onahama dealing with some major quake damage. And once again, the most recent quake that we're finding on USGS just off of the Tokyo region, about 69 miles to the east of Tokyo, and that was a 6.3.
All right, Jeff, and we should also point out that right now we're hearing that even though this earthquake struck some 231 miles away from Tokyo, right now there are about 4 million people in Tokyo without power, in the midst of a power outage, and basically communicating, as you've seen throughout this newscast, mostly through Twitter and through Facebook.
The shot just changed, but just a moment ago, actually the video you were seeing was from inside, I believe it was